This lesson will use Apple's Keynote application to create some animated text with a transparent background that will then transfer into our editing software, both into Final Cut or into iMovie. So let's now create this from scratch. We will go to Keynote, New, and select a basic black background. Let's just remove the items that are there now. The key to all of this, and this is one of the most important factors, is to go to the inspector and look to Format, and you need to change your background to no fill. You should also change your master slide to no fill as well. So those are important issues. Let's close the master slide now. And there's our first slide. We'll go to the one that I previously created. It saves me having to retype all of that information in while you sit and watch. If we select all of these slides together, you'll see the yellow outline is going around all of those slides. And we're going to put a simple, elegant transition on there. So we'll come over to Animate and we will add an effect. Now, Iris is an easygoing effect. It simply transitions from one slide to the next. Now, that iris has been now put onto all of those slides. What we should do is perhaps look at the last one and give this one like a fade away or something slightly different. So we'll go to that one now and change that. Let's make it wipe, and it just wipes away. And if we select number 3 here and press preview, we can see how nice, smooth iris transition has come in. The next thing to do is to consider how long we want the total slideshow to continue. And if we change our duration, let's say change it to 2 minutes, and we'll change the start of the transition to happen automatically. And let's bring that down to 10 seconds between the slides. So that covers the creation of the slides. If you like, we could play the slideshow, and there it is. Next step, most important of all, is we need to export this out, and there's a trick here, so be careful. We need to send it to a movie, which is fairly logical. But the trick is that we need to send it with a transparent background. And if we look at resolution here, this is the one to select, and select custom. So this is not necessarily something that you'd immediately understand if you didn't know. And then once we've selected custom, you can change your aspect ratio if you want to. This is appropriate, it's 16:9 anyway. And we need to change it to Apple ProRes 4444 and make sure export with a transparent background is ticked. Let's give this a title. We'll just call it Test. And now we can go to our editing software and import it in. If we now move over to Final Cut, we can see there is the animated text, and we'll simply bring that on top of our project. You can see that the transparent background that we created in Keynote allows the project to show through the text. So now let's play this project with the text overlaid. So your first step is to restart Final Cut and see if that fixes the issue. Your second step, restart the computer. The animation is moving a little bit too quick, so first thing we'll do is select the animation here, and we'll just bring that down a little bit and center it so that it sits in this background area. By pressing the Command R on the keyboard, you can see that we can now extend that to cover the full words as the voiceover in the background. So let's play it again. So your first step is to restart Final Cut and see if that fixes the issue. Your second step, restart the computer. Then you will trash your preferences. So you'll see that that's now coming in with the same timing as the voiceover. And you'll also notice that the iris effect is given a nice transition between each line. So just watch again.
Now, all of these things we're going to go through in detail. This is just the checklist. You may need to reinstall Final Cut, and to do that, you would trash Final Cut, restart, and then go to the App Store.
So you can see that final fade away just ends the animated text and then lets you get on to the next section.